Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra reading recorded in March 2023. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, almost 25 years in service. We'll talk about it at the end of the video if you like. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version of it available. There's a link in the description box. If you click it, you can preview it for free and see some of the spiritual practices, prayers, and principles that have kept me going as president of Drawing the Circle Productions for 25 years. It's broken down into chakra chapters. So if you're down in my description box anyway, do check out my Patreon, because the original version of Words of Grace is on there, which is like a Fellini movie compared to the Kindle version, because, you know, you gotta clean it up, I guess. You can check that out, my Patreon, my membership platform that allows me to do all sorts of cool stuff as a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, a professional intuitive, and all of that. All of my subscribers get certain things in common, like, for example, all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s on YouTube. Yes, they are also on Vimeo on demand. I love me some Vimeo. But all of my subscribers at the time of this recording get all of those, as well as a daily check-in with me. We chat every morning. Unlisted YouTube live stream link talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications. Always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something, something. And it is my favorite way to start the day, and yes, it rhymes. And today is Ostara. Today is the first day of spring, so literally doing the Aries read with the sun moving into Aries, astrological big new year, so to speak. So very, very happy to be doing that. So if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, just go check it out. See what's on the menu. Come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, that you may just call Mal, because it's simpler. And let's get down to work. I love doing these chakra reads. They are timeless reads because chakras are timeless. They are the energy fields within us. The great white light brought down into the 7 different colors, but we're going to be dealing with more than 7 chakras, as you shall see if you are new to my channel. What we got here is 10 cards are going to hit the table. 3 mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, your relationships in the physical world, the masculine energy. We'll go into it as we go along. 4 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for heart, throat, third eye, crown, the internal, the feminine, the goddess energy, the world behind your eyes. We will get for the 8th chakra a Caroline Myss archetype card showing us the archetypal power, sending the codes down to all of the other chakras, shifting the electromagnetic field, so you will attract and repel what you need and do not need to fulfill whatever contract, whatever soul power alchemically needs to go down there. And then we got a Macon healing mantra to help you align that. And I was going to add the Whispers of Lord Ganesh to help remove the obstacles, the 3 atoms between lead and gold. But the guides were like, no, keep it sunny, keep it funny, keep it gay. The Chakra Reading cards by Rachel Sherman, Rockpool Publishing, will be your last card down to give you a clue, a tip, a hint of an entry point into the chakric field. And I think that's good. Feels good. So that's what we're doing. So look, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because obviously your sun sign could be more, just as an example, solar plexus. Your moon, I don't know, your third eye, right? We always have leverage and entry point shift. 1 chakra, they all shift. And cross watchers, you're going to get some information here that could be very, very helpful for some understanding, some sympathy, and some empathy. But I will say, at least with the healing mantra, if you work that healing mantra, whatever it may be, within your own energy field, I would think through holographic reality and unity, within the illusion of separation down here on planet Earth, that you would not just be healing, alchemizing yourself, but helping the Aries collective, including the one you're cross-watching for. So, enough. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will, because the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So I'm tired of explaining right at this moment figures. It's an Aries read. I can feel I'm going to get on with it now. So please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And away we go. First cards of the series. I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south. Please, beloved gods of cardinal fire. Can't get more masculine than that at this moment, considering it is the first day of spring. Please, beloved ones, one of the lower three chakras. We're going to start from the root and work up, but all face down until we get that 8th chakra card on the table. So please, lower three chakra dynamic for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Root chakra, tribal relationships, relationships to their body, relationships to the earth, groups, and all of that. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships, money, sex, power, creativity. I'll put you there. And solar plexus, relationship to themselves, who they want to be in their world, their own personal power, their boundaries, what they will, what they won't, what they do, what they don't, their honor codes. And let's quickly do the same. We'll get the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south. Please, beloved goddesses of cardinal creative fire, four cards in clarity. Heart, throat, third eye, and crown for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What's going on in the heart chakra, the emotional power, right in the center of their chest. What's going on? Throat chakra, willpower, spit, swallow, chew, choices and decisions of empowerment or disempowerment. Third eye, everybody loves the third eye. The third eye, mental power, but the capacity to see either truth or illusion, mutually exclusive. And the crown chakra, spiritual power, the 1,000-petaled lotus. How many petals they got open? Like a satellite dish. And so not even last, and certainly not least, but for the chakras, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, and I mean all of them, for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, drawn to this reading. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over their head like a satellite, sending down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what they attract and what they repel in their energetic fields, so they have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented for their own personal alchemy, from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, in this timeless chakra read. Lovely. All right, it's in the title, the companion archetype. The companion archetype is sort of like the sidekick, but can also be the hero as well. You know, it depends on how you play it. A healing family archetype of the 9 different families. The shadow attribute indicates the lead, the fear, the illusion, the gold, the light. So 3 atoms in between those two. The shadow attribute of the companion, betrayal by misusing confidences. So definitely a throat chakra there, because that's a choice, as well as communicating, breaking a confidence, and loss of personal identity, right? Like, well, that's why Robin had to become Nightwing. Good on you, Dick. The light attribute, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And look, when you're companioning somebody or you want a companion in your life, and that can be creative, that can be collaborative, right? You know, collaborating on a project, it could be friendship. This can play itself out in an infinite number of ways, but keep that it's the healing family of archetype. So it's ultimately about you healing this power within yourself, whether you have it a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some people are lifetime companions. I'm not. They come in seasons. A lot of my work has to be done solo, just because that's mysticism for you, right? Sometimes it's just you and the divine, but yet I felt incredibly companioned by the divine. And I do have this archetype in my sacred contract wheel, but it comes and goes in seasons. So I can relate. Let's look. We're going to work now from that down. What's going on in the crown chakra? Excellent. 6 of Cups. In the crown chakra speaks of not just emotional balance, but harmony. Like both sides of the brain are getting that compassionate emotional balance. Let's keep going. Third eye, we have got, wow, a numerological double whammy. 6 of Pentacles. Earth on the inner is about wisdom. So in your third eye, you're breaking through, right? You are moving from the 5 into the 6. Success is the key word here. But certainly a wise, from experiences you had in the physical world. That's why it's the element of earth. This cannot be stolen from you. You can forget it. It can get obscured, but wisdom is recorded in the soul, right? That is, so you're learning a lot here. So I see very much balance in the third eye and emotional balance in the crown. The spiritual power, the compassion here is palpable. Throat chakra, what you're going to do with it? Whoa, well, okay. Major Arcana card, darlings. You got the Coyote Woman, the Trickster, half of the Devil card. It's a feminist deck. They're not going to use patriarchal imagery like that, right? You know, so they divide it up into oppression, which is more the chains, if you want to go Rider-Waite classic, but here it is very much a shamanic thing. The shadow work, right? The choice to do the shadow work, to do the alchemy. Now, there are tons of videos you can read on, and books you can read on shadow work and stuff like that. Just remember, it's a choice, and there's a part of our shadow that is personal, but then it merges in with the collective. So that's why holographic healing, every time you, shadow to light, lead to gold, fear to love, pain to peace, right? Dis-ease to ease, right? And that's archetypal in ways that are not just about the physical body. That it's in the throat chakra says the decision is yours, but I'm telling you, this isn't just a choice. It's a life-changing decision. And that's the difference between a choice and a decision. I'll have another cup of coffee as a choice. I'm chucking it all in and I'm going to be a coffee farmer. That's a decision. There's a big changing decision. And it'd be nice to get out in the sun, but, not necessarily right now in my life. And here we are, the heart chakra, the Aries card. This is about authenticity, darling. This is about following your own self-fire, your cardinal fire in your heart. It's literally the sign of Aries. In the mythic tarot, because it's goddess-based, this is the maiden of flames. That would be the King of Wands in Rider-Waite based traditional tarot, cardinal fire. So yeah, I love that your upper chakras are there, and Aries just rules this part, right? So you're like there, balanced, right? Compassionate in your crown, wise and successful moving forward. But man, look for self-sabotage, or look at where you are either empowering or disempowering yourself in terms of what? Betraying confidences. You see these things I wear in every single reading. I've had these for a very long time. They used to be something different. They are my cords of vow. And I really believe that part of my contract with the divine, whatever you want to call it, the spirits, the archangels, the gods, what have you, why I get away with what I get away with and why I'm allowed to see so much is because I took blood vows of confidentiality to the divine, saying that I would never break a confidence again, because so many of them have been broken by people that I really loved and trusted, and perfect love and perfect trust got damaged. So that's why perfect love and perfect trust of the divine alone. Everybody else has bad days. But are you being tempted to betray confidence? Has a trick been played here in the throat chakra in terms of communication given or received? Because I feel like let's just say the creative fire of the heart. Make sure it's creative, not destructive, but that the shadow work there would certainly indicate this. So there is lead to gold here. And the wounds of betrayal, look, Dante's Inferno, right? Like Paradise Lost and all of that. It's the ninth circle of hell is the betrayers and the liars and the deceivers. And they're buried up to their neck in a lake of ice. Satan's wings keeping it cold, you know. It's not so much the hate then, it's the stupidity. Frozen up to their necks. I mean, it just gives you the idea of, occasionally they send some figure skaters in there, kick them in the head, right? It sounds horrible. I know what that feels like and how it can freeze somebody, the wounds of betrayal. So, light that fire, be authentic, let them have it both barrels. Well, in terms of your love, I would say, because let's see how this shows up in the outside. Now, this is going to determine a lot. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself is the star. Pandora's box. Pandora's box let all of the evils out, but kept hope, thanks. Right, Neil Gaiman says that that's sort of the worst thing she could have done. I gotta see what the rest of these are. Ooh, got more major arcana. Look, I'm gonna say be radiant, right? Let your light shine. Solar plexus, don't do anything that does not feel inspired. To me, the solar plexus lined up with the star, because solar plexus meaning the sun is a star. This is about your guidance, your grace, your inspiration, what lights you up. The highest vibrational card spiritually in the tarot, as far as I'm concerned as a reader, just in terms of sheer altitude, right? How high, like moon, sun, star, that kind of vibe. So, really go with your solar plexus. If you feel, here's the thing. I've been teaching this for, decades now. If somebody asks me to lie for them, it's not so much what, it's why. Because if it's like surprise party, we're gonna get that bitch, we're gonna surprise the shit out of them, like, oh, I'm in. Right? I am that guy, I am that gay friend, I'm that gunkle, I will make it happen, right? But hey, will you tell my wife I was with you yesterday night? I'm like, bleh. No! The answer is just no, and if you push me on it, that's a boundary you don't want to cross with a witch. No. That's what keeps me on the golden timeline, right? Moving forward, the path of the soul. So it does feel like you're going to have to do that, because I think an opportunity, Ace of Wands, has come to you in the second chakra, a one-on-one relationship where there is an opportunity here to maybe start something, right? Maybe you know some stuff. Maybe you want to initiate this, but it would be a betrayal of confidence, or maybe this is a companion where there's been some bumps in the road. Now look, if it's a twin flame contract, you're learning how to heal yourself. I'm sure there are links in the description box. The MacCon video on YouTube, Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined, something like that. Brilliant, 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 brilliant redefinition. But certainly you, and remember, we got more cards coming on the table. This is probably a new start with that. And you also have to admit, second chakra, Ace of Wands, it's very phallic, and it's Zeus sending forth the call for the return of the Golden Fleece. And you've got Persephone as the high priestess root chakra here. So it does seem a little soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much. It does feel like there isn't a spreading of gossip here, at least if this is you from the outside looking in at yourself, right? Then certainly there is some stillness, there is some silence, but there is also deep wisdom here. And as we saw, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the third eye. So that says there is forward-moving wisdom there. You may not be at the 10. You may not know everything that's going on here. But be very careful of shadow possession, because it happens when we're weak, when we're tired, when we're afraid, when we choose or decide to see it a certain way. And I'm not seeing that mentally, emotionally in the upper chakras. But certainly the choice is yours. Throat chakra element of fire is definitely spit, swallow, or chew. This might be, let me chew on this. Let me create on this. I don't have all the information. If your solar plexus is saying, No, it's like, in other words, if it goes, then you're probably fine, at least in terms of your own personal power. But if the second chakra goes, you know, feel that out, right? It'll tell you that one-on-one thing. But root chakra, I wouldn't talk to anybody about this for right now, unless it's really in alignment. So, chakras on the table. 2 more cards left. Macon Healing Mantra Deck, such an incredibly powerful healing tool. Not technically divination, nor would I consider the Caroline Myss archetype cards divination. But, you know, I'm a witch. I'm going to work with what works. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, let's keep it plain and simple. I call upon the Ascended Masters of Healing. It's healing family archetype. But when we're talking about chakras, it's usually the vernacular. That's usually what we frame this stuff in terms of healing or manifestation, and often both. So please, beloved Ascended Masters of Healing, the perfect healing mantra to align all of this for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs and cross watchers, maybe over a period of time, right? With that companion archetype in the 8th, compassion in the crown, success in the 3rd eye, the trickster, coyote woman in the throat. Oh, right. This isn't in the throat, this is in the heart, but the choice, the decision is theirs in the throat to be authentic and be creative with their love, with the star in the solar plexus, the Ace of Wands in the 2nd chakra, the sacral, and the High Priestess in the root. What's the perfect healing mantra to help them do this? In this timeless read? Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. I get it. So look, you can overcomplicate this if you like, particularly if a confidence is being betrayed, or if this is at the beginning of a new companion relationship, but you have been betrayed before in this kind of thing, and maybe you're not ready to talk about it right now. Well, because things need to be a little bit simplified, and you have the personal power to do this. So let me read it from the bookie book. It's a good one. And, you know, I'm a Virgo. I can simplify things. I can clean the house, but detail-oriented. Like, so, you know, like one room can take all day. So this is one of the ones that I use to help me kind of get more done in a more effective way. Is this good? Yeah, the lighting's good. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. It's a little mnemonic device in there for you. When there are fewer details to manage, you're able to receive more joy. The more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Once all moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you glean the most benefit from your reality. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries. It's a conversation worth having. Healing your inner people pleaser, which is a boundary thing. People pleasing comes from the empathic tendency to know that somebody's not feeling well. You take it personally, so you start standing on your head to manipulate them so that you feel better because they feel better. I know it's how we were raised, but that doesn't mean it's healthy. And finding moments of serenity. Serenity now! Right? Scream it from the, well, the High Priestess, maybe you're not screaming at. But to celebrate simplicity. So, you know, if there is a betrayal of confidence here, or potential of one, I would say not all of the wisdom has been gained from this yet. However, if we're talking about tenacity, if we are talking about unselfishness, here is an opportunity to incarnate that and keep it very simple. Like, I have very, very simple boundaries, but simple need not imply easy. Just don't lie to me. Just don't lie to me. You know? And if you can't say it in a loving way, and you're afraid you're gonna, like, trigger me, that I'm gonna hex you for filth, well, then that's on me. I will do my best. But I know if someone at least prefaces it with saying, look, I'm gonna try and keep this simple because I don't know how to say this, but this is how I'm feeling, and they're being authentic, I'm less likely to hex. You know? Someone comes with an open heart, being authentic. And I'm a Virgo. You know? We're good. We're cool like that. Let's get your last card on the table. The chakra reading cards. Rockpool Publishing. Rachel Sharman. I'm guessing it's Rachel. It could be Rochelle. Rachella. I don't know her. If anybody knows her, let me know. So an indicator to point at, and this comes with an affirmation, so you're getting a mantra and affirmation. I like to give full service. More bang for your buck for totally free on YouTube. Please take a nice deep breath. I do what the gods and the archangels tell me to do, guys. Still point. Oh, they were a little heavy on the eyeliner this morning, but it is Ostara. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the chakra, the inroad, the highlight, right? The indication. Which chakra does the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, need to maybe start with? Highlight a little extra fine-tuning information, inspiration, so they can alchemize the companion in the eighth, compassion in the crown, success in the third eye, trickster in the throat, Aries in the heart, star in the solar plexus, ace of wands in the sacrum swing, and high priestess in the root, celebrating simplicity and for this timeless chakra read. Ooh. Now this deck, this book and deck, I deal with the 8 chakra system. They go a little bit deeper. They deal with the Earth star, the one under the ground, which to me is at the center of the planet. Most people say it's just, under the ground, more topsoil. So you got card number 2. You ready for this? Rebirth. Rebirth. We don't even have a card. Well, I guess that would go here. Card of Rebirth. Wow. Yeah, they call it the Earth Star Chakra. I call it the Heart of the Mother. To each their own. Poetic pagan. What do you want? So, let me read this to you. And then we'll sum this puppy up. This is freaking micro font. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 2. Breathe in the rebirth. The Earth Star Chakra. You have pulled this card as a sign that you are currently undergoing a rebirth. Well, I can see that with Persephone, goddess of the underworld, literally rising today, first day of spring. Oh, rebirth. Oh, yeah. It is a powerful awakening and healing process that comes in many different forms and is a big part of your life's journey. Everything has a divine timing. Nothing lasts forever. Things have a beginning and an end, a divine knowing when it's time to move, create, and time to be still. Turn. Something in your life is ending, and something very positive is awakening within you. It's time to let go of anything that is not supporting you or serving you at this point, as you open and receive new energies that are being offered. Makes sense for today. Moving beyond your comfort zone and into a new sphere of opportunity can be uncomfortable, challenging, or painful. But remember that you are guided and supported by the light of your soul and the universe, which brings positive change and experiences. You have planted the seeds of new opportunity and have been nurturing them. And now it's time for them to sprout, grow, and flower into existence. Be kind and gentle during this process, and be sure to water the seeds with love and graciousness. You have been waiting patiently for this time of change and new beginnings. You frickin' Aries, your first sign of the zodiac. Of course you do. Of course you are. You've been waiting patiently for this time of change and new beginnings to arrive, so bathe in its glory. Start something new or embark on a project you have been pondering over. And that second chakra, Ace of Wands, could be you from the outside looking in at yourself going, no, I have this thing that I want to do, but I don't know how to trust. I don't know who to trust. Yeah, it could be. Take a moment to connect with your inner voice and listen to what your soul is sharing with you. You could also be birthing a new aspect of yourself. Whatever the process is for you right now, be sure to embrace this opportunity and enjoy the new energy that is available to you. Celebrate simplicity, maybe with a friend. The affirmation: I am completely supported in my current rebirth, and I am open to the magic of the universe birthing within me, because I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. Does that work for you? I think that works. That clicks. It's got I don't know that I dance to it, but I like it. So let's put this together in a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. Oh, genius. Acting. Thank you, John Lovitz. This feels lovely. Whoever and whatever this companionship thing is about, you're not alone, but it does feel like, as Aries would for a sign of the zodiac, gotta got this inside themselves. They're going through a personal rebirth. So let's do the bliss summation, and then we'll chat about Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, and drawing the circle for 25 years in service, because there's some changes being made. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. So call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, align, attune, manifest in their highest whatevers into this lifetime, that they receive all they need to alchemize the companion archetype, from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love with loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness, with great compassion, spiritual compassion in the crown chakra. Feels like a lot of them petals, those lotus petals, are open, and certainly trying to take the wisdom and moving this forward in a successful way. But there are choices and decisions to be made in the throat chakra that may have more lead than gold in them. There may be a need for shadow work, particularly if there are fears of being betrayed, and therefore tricky, but at their heart is the sign of Aries. That cardinal fire, that child of the zodiac, that spark of innocence that wants to do this and wants to do it wisely and well with what precedes that heart chakra. And in their solar plexus, they can follow their inspiration. They're doing it in a way that is very in terms of their higher spiritual path, really walking that golden timeline moment by moment. Is this a violation? Am I being lied to? Second chakra, are they being lied to? Well, there's a creative spark there. This could even be sexual. Didn't go there, but could be. Right? Not sure who to trust. Is this a companion? And therefore, maybe taking the time silently in the physical world to really go within and get between the pillars of mercy and severity, as Persephone Underground has done here, and I obviously have taken her styling tips for the High Priestess, so that they can really celebrate simplicity, because they'll be more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. And it feels like this could really, really be wonderful here, considering what they've been working on for so long is getting ready to come. But there may be some release before there's creation. There may be some death before that rebirth, because there is no death without rebirth, no crucifixion without resurrection, no going to ashes without rising. Because that's what the soul does. That's what being immortal really means. Not always in the same body. That's Nosferatu. But the immortal soul, a manifestation of the higher self that experiences all lives simultaneously in physical form, having relationships, and celebrating simplicity. May they be blessed with all that they need to bring this together for their well-being and for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. Do you like it? Like it. Do it now before you forget you're an Aries. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe and comment and all that stuff. It helps more people find the work. And then they can find out about Patreon, patreon.com, which is my pride and joy. I love it so much. Talk about creativity. I mean, it's not OnlyFans. It's always a consideration, but not now. Not today, Satin. Not today. But I do love it, and we keep getting new subscribers, and we're having a lot of fun, and we're building a lovely community. So if you want more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, and me every day, morning check-in, extended readings, and beyond, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. Just call me Mal. And here's the thing, 25 years. For the past 25 years or so, I've charged $100 an hour for a reading, whether it was an individual or a party, whatever. If I went over the time, it was on me. If they wanted to tip me, that was on them. Things are changing. I'm upping my prices. I'm going to try and put together a thing where you sort of like make your own gig, right? Components like Lego bricks, we'll see. But there is a link in the description box to a video booking a reading with Mal that will eventually be remade before May 1st, explaining all of the new stuff, but it does have everything that you need. So if you want to book me before May 1st, even if the appointment is after May 1st, I will honor the $100 hour flat rate. You tip me if you want. If I go over, it's on me, because that's how I roll, because there's no way any of us are getting off this reincarnational wheel without integrity. So click the link if you want, reach out, and honestly, let's keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. Keep it safe. High Priestess in your rebirth. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved Rams. Hail, farewell, silly, and blessed, blessed be.